Today we're floating the river again and we're focusing heavily on catching us some grass bass. Should be a ton of fun. We're gonna pick apart all kinds of different areas in the grass and hopefully we'll smack us some good ones. Let's get to fishing. Crap, I just totally screwed that up. He still has it though. Oh, that's why you shouldn't do that, guys. Oh, I should have had that thing clicked before I set the hook. I leave it open so it can drop down into the area. It whacked and I went to set the hook and my finger wasn't on it and it just made my spool spin. I'm gonna have a mess to deal with here in a second. That was a pretty fun way to catch this fish though. I punched the grass and he just nailed it. I'm gonna have a big old mess to deal with. Oh, set the hook without my finger on the spool. Look at how nasty that looks. That's gonna take me a little while. Wish me luck. All right, guys, it got so bad. The tangle was so bad, I'm gonna have to re-spool that thing later. So I switched everything over. I like this rod anyway. So I switched the Texas rig over to this one. And we're gonna keep punching this grass for a little while and see if we can't do it the right way this time. There are upsides to fishing it and not setting your spool yet and just letting it drop. See right there, we just punched the grass and it dropped down. Now that it's down, I should click it. But I have the habit of just putting my finger on there, and that last time I set that puppy and my spool just sang. Yeah, this is an excellent place to be punching grass. There's a lot of still grass here, and there is a lot of space in between this grass that, because we're just seeing the surface, we don't really realize it. But down below, there's all kinds of space down there, and those fish are hanging out in that stuff. So if you can punch the grass and get your bait down deep, where those guys are hanging out, they're gonna see it, even though we can't. That's fish. There we go. He's got us pinned on some grass for sure. Oh, that's a nicer one. There we go. You can just tell by the tail that's on him. Can hardly see him because of how much grass is in. Yeah, that's a good fish right there. Holy crap, what happened to him? Look at that, guys. A big old gouge on his back there. Bird probably tried to eat him. Yeah, that was a perfect example of just punching the grass, and I just let it sink and I watched my line and it started taking off. Set the hook and there was some decent weight behind it. That was awesome. These horsies are coming to say hello back here. Check that out. That's pretty cool. Don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but they just came flying through there. Almost like something was chasing them. That's pretty intense. You can hear them swimming through the water back there. That's nuts. Got him. A gator? They might nip at your toes. I don't know. You guys, nice little grass bass. So as that fish was right on this grass line, you can tell the current's kind of running right over it. Nice little kind of pockets of places where the current's coming through, but it's nice still water with the nice structure of the grass there. Not surprised we got hit there. You'll notice that there's some very distinct patches, and this is probably 4 to 5 foot deep right here. It's got some current coming through, and there's like little channels and stuff. When I'm working these, I'm flipping up in those channels and I'm just bouncing it back as it works its way through there. And most of the time they're going to be hanging out behind the patch, just waiting for stuff to come down. There's so much good grass through here. This is the kind of stuff I'm looking for. It's got little pockets in between those patches you can flip and hit, drop it down in there, and you're kind of just working those pockets. Sometimes you'll see some, like a big patch like this, and it's a pretty big piece of grass, but you'll see a thin spot and you can punch that spot, let it drop down in there. A lot of times they're waiting right there. There's a flower on top and a dragonfly is going to come sit. So sometimes they're just waiting right in those pockets for some food to come by so they can destroy it. There's a better, oh my goodness, guys. That's a big fish. That's a big fish. Stay on there, but oh my gosh, he just snapped off. Oh, guys, that was a 3.5 pounder out of the grass line, out in the main current. That was sick. Oh, I honestly don't know if I'll get another chance at a fish like that today. Those are few and far between in this river. That was the fish we were looking for today, and we just lost it. Couple deep breaths, retie, move on, have fun, catch fish. Sometimes I can get a little carried away and fish things a little too thorough, but I love picking stuff apart sometimes. It's fun. I feel like, man, that actually sounded like a pretty big fish back there. Sometimes picking apart spots and structure like that, you learn a lot about the fish and where they like to hang out and stuff. So it's not just about catching the most fish, it's about learning, and so that when, like, say a tournament situation, which I don't really fish tournaments, but if you have a day where you're wanting to just kill the numbers, you're able to do it a lot better because you know exactly where these fish are hanging out. That's actually a pretty good pocket. These are not bad fish either, so I'm gonna drop anchor. Okay, come here, buddy. Yeah, that's actually a pretty decent fish right there. Right up in them shade pockets behind the grass and in the trees. Oh, that's a better one. There we go, get out of there, grass. Just needed to wiggle it around a little bit after I punched it through. That's a nice fish. Been getting hooked up with some decent ones today. Feels good to finally get a half decent one in the boat. So when I started today, I noticed that the water levels were a little lower. I think they just raised them. I mean, look at this. Those big old grass patches floating by. And look at how murky, nasty the water just got. It hasn't been that way all day. It's actually been quite nice. Pretty decent clarity. I could see my bait pretty good. Now I cannot. So that can totally turn off the bite, or it can sometimes improve it depending on what the fish decide to do. But I do know I need to go back to using green pumpkin versus watermelon red. It's just a little bit darker, stands out a little bit better. So when you guys notice that kind of stuff, when the water gets darker, you got to go to a darker bait so it stands out a little bit better. With the super clear stuff, you go with a little more natural, whites, watermelons, stuff like that, and it'll help you catch a few more fish. There he is. Yeah, that's a decent fish. Get in here, buddy. Yeah, he's a chunk. Switched over to green pumpkin and got whacked. First cast. There we go. Another baby. So anytime you can find grass that's getting caught up on stuff that has pools behind it, excellent place for fish to stack up. That one's tiny, but he was a good example of fish being in places like that. So, and it's not just up in the grass either, it's what the grass creates for the fish. It's creating that pocket where they're going to want to hang out. I think we just got slammed together. Oh, that one feels better. No, he's smaller. Must have been behind a patch of grass because he felt like he had some weight when I set that. That one feels a little better. Finding some good current here, so these fish feel fun. Ah, he's definitely got some weight to him. That's a nice fish. Yeah. Come here, buddy. Chill. It's always when you go to grab them that they twitch. Again, that structure over there has caught a whole bunch of grass. Creates these big old pools, and we got all this structure, the reeds and stuff here. It just makes the fish want to hang out. Get out of there. Get out of there. He got wrapped up in the tree. Ooh, that's a better one. That's a good one. Come here, buddy. Yes. We actually got a chance at a good one today, guys. If you mix other structure with grass, you usually will have fish stack up. We've got like that dead tree, and then there's a branch that comes out. There's a bunch of grass, live grass back here, but a bunch of dead grass that's caught up there and there. This guy's hanging out down there deep, and that's a nice, chunky, healthy fish. He's getting up there close to 2 pounds. Oh, that one's got some weight. No, it doesn't. What the? He must have been down behind some grass or something. Oh, he's a good fish. He looks smaller in the water for some reason. Yeah, that's a good one. Ow, son of a gun, he got me good. Chill, dude. Chill, chill, chill. Yeah, this is a pounder. Around there. So we have the cattails here, and there is grass patches kind of throughout here. So you've got all of that that's holding fish, and then you got those patches out here. It's just perfect. Kind of looking for a combo salad, guys. You're looking for grass plus other structure. If you can find those combos, there's going to be a lot more fish than just the grass, but just the grass is going to hold fish too. Got him that time. Yeah. Oh, that's not a bad fish right there. Whoa. What's cool about this spot here? Oh yeah, that's a good one. Woo. So I've got a grass line on this side, and I got cattails on this side, and there's going to be fish in both of them. So when I stop getting bit on one side, I can shift over and hit that grass line over there and just keep catching fish. If you want to get better at fishing and catch a lot more fish, learning a few techniques to fish the grass in different ways is definitely going to help you catch a lot more fish. Now, if you haven't got a chance to check out the last video where I targeted some bigger fish here, you can do so right here. And as always, guys, remember to get out and live. Peace.